Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break your keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。
Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Did I remember to turn? Yes, I did. I did remember to unmute myself. Didn't know if I was going to have streamer rust this morning or not. Looks like I've got everything going. All right. My cat woke me up this morning. Song. What? Woke me up. Woke me singing the song his people sing in I'm hungry. Well, at least you had someone to wake you up. You always have to look for something positive, right? Always have to look for something positive. Oh, me. You know, I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to escape. I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to escape this. I thought maybe just possibly I was going to be able to just, not have to, but then little Maximus, right, decided to put out one of the most, we'll just get into the video here in a minute, right? We'll just get into it in a minute because I think that's the only way to do it. I think it's the only way. It is the only way. I know. See, some of the reasons why, honestly, I haven't been talking about MamaMax and the whole situation is there are a lot of people that's got eyes on him right now, right? Xylee has been covering the videos and stuff that's been made by him so far, which includes lyrics. Good video, by the way. FPS Diesel. Another really good video. And she's went over those, and I agree with her sentiments on that, right? I think Chris the Narc has even talked about this. Chud Logic. What is going on this morning? Are we back? Are we back? Yeah, my internet. Hang on, my internet's acting goofy this morning. I guess it's froze up. It's a ding dang cold here and snow. Mama Max. Oh, you're a coffee mug now, Mama Max. Good morning, River. I hope your day has been satisfactory. Yeah, it's been great. It's been wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Mama Max there. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you're a coffee, you're a supporter there. That you're a little coffee bean. Yay. Awesome. Chud Logic went back and looked at some of his older stuff, right? He put out a video yesterday for my stream, a clipped section where he was talking to a couple of his as he, I guess, victims. One of them was let's see here. Let's go to Chud Logic show videos. Where is it at? What happened to him? Okay, disconnecting. Hang on a second here, guys. Which one am I connected to? I'm connected to that one. That's fine. That's where I should be. Evidently, my ISP is having some problems this morning, guys. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Okay, reconnected. All right, are we going to stay? Are we going to hear the Leviathans came for people's internet? Exactly, Iron Doc. The dadgum Leviathans. If they're not turning the frogs gay, then they're taking out my internet. I want to get the guy's name. Get fiber. Everything can freeze over, Mike. Everything can freeze over. What was the guy's name? I talked about him. On my own show. Let me go back to my channel, because I know on my channel. I know I did on my channel. Magnetar. That was it. Why can I not remember that name? Good gosh. I hate Swiss cheese. Can't remember nothing. Anyway, Magnetar. So Chud Logic went back and was looking into some of these things that Mama Max had done, right? Specifically, as they're calling it these days, the pedo jacketing, right? That he did to Tommy C, right? This is getting irritating. It's just dropping and reconnecting, reconnecting. My internet is having fits this morning. Finally decided to do a stream in minute. Anyway, so it's real funny because Mama Max has this attitude that all survivors should be listened to, right? That all survivors should be believed, right? That's his ideology. That's his stance, right? And then when these however many it was, 5, 6, 7 girls, come out saying they're survivors of his abuse, right? Psychological, physical abuse, and brought receipts. So what is, unless it's against you, right, MamaMax? And this is getting annoying. But anyway, so he goes after these guys, goes after Tommy C, who we learned because of how he had, MamaMax and his crew went after him, his fan base, that Tommy C is a survivor of his own. When he was a child, he was molested, right? Yeah. So let's get into this. Let's just get into it, right? I drank coffee before it was cool, and now I can't feel my tongue. That's what happens. You drink your coffee too hot, by the way. And I think that's kind of what's going on right now. I think old MamaMax is caught. He's got a little heat himself. All right. So let's get into this video. So this video was dropped out last night. But MamaMax, he says, I place accountability in my own hands. Now, let's crank this speed up a little bit because, well, I'm slow and I talk real slow. The really good news is the like to dislike ratio is really cool. 537 likes, 2.8 thousand dislikes. Let's get into it.
So I just completed a 30-minute video.
Okay.
Called.
Hang on. Well, where's that one at?
Silencing All Survivors.
Mm-hmm.
That addresses pretty much everything. It addresses criticisms. It addresses my approach. It includes apologies. It includes a call to action on Camden. A little bit of information about everything, like
information. Well, that would have been nice. That'd been nice because we've yet to have any information provided, period, other than the supposed alleged survivors. And there's some issues there, by the way.
I showed it to some trusted friends and the survivors. Some people loved it. Some people had a few criticisms, and then some people hated it and told me not to upload it.
If your CPU is getting throttled and you're having the YouTube issue lately, add YouTube to the allow list on your ad blocker problems. Okay, I don't have an ad blocker. I don't run an ad blocker. I have premium, YouTube premium. So that shouldn't be, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that's not it.
I've got people telling me just talk about the case and nothing else. I've got people telling me just address the criticisms. I've got people telling me just apologize.
Here's what I would tell you. Shut up. Just quit talking about it, period. The only people, Max, that you and the suspected, alleged, reported survivors, the only people you should be talking to is law enforcement and law enforcement agencies, legal counsel. That's it. Quit making videos. Quit making videos. Quit streaming. Quit making videos. Here's when you should make a video. Here's when you should stream, right? After law enforcement has done their investigation, after any criminal and civil things have occurred, a judgment has been rendered civilly, criminally, right? Then you can talk about it. Then you can make videos about it, right? Then, and only then can you talk about it. Because this stuff that you're doing here is called muddying the waters, right? The fact that you and the alleged survivors actively are engaging in life ruination of not just the suspected, the accused perpetrator, but you've gone after his family members as well and done life ruination on them as well, right? Just like what you guys did to Madagascar, or what? Oh God, I can't remember his name. The other guy, right? Where he brought the receipts where your fan base, because you did a call to action, as you put it, right? They contacted his place of employment. They harassed him because you don't believe putting out a person's legal name is doxing. Yet when they put out yours, you struck their video down for privacy. Let that one sink in for a minute, guys. Let that one sink in for a minute. He's fine in doing life ruination on who he deems as that he puts his seal of, he's judge, jury, and executioner, right? He does an investigation. According to his rules of measurement, these people measure up to being predators, right? So he's fine with doing life ruination. And that's the problem, not just my MamaMax, but all of these little keyboard warriors out there that want to do the predator hunting or whatever, right? They're fine because their rules of measurement are so minuscule. What? Just like with the example, with why in these shit? Hang on a second. This is pissing me off. Hang on a second. Magnetar. Just like with Magnetar, right? Just like with Magnetar, all he had was some rando girl, who sent him a message, I believe it was via Instagram, saying that he had sent an unsolicited picture of his penis. That was it. That was all the information he had. That was all the evidence he had. And he was then willing to label him a predator, a quote PDF file. That's all it took. One little DM saying, yeah. That was it. And then he and his legion, his cult, if you will, did life ruination. He's fine with it.
I feel like I'm being pulled in every which way, and no matter how hard I try, I cannot make everyone happy.
If you're trying to make everyone happy and you make nobody happy, that's because you have no morals, you have no ethics, you have no spine. You want to help these people, fine. You want to give them a voice, fine, but you do it afterwards. You do it after law enforcement has done something. You should have been encouraging them to go to law enforcement, right? You should have been encouraging them to do these things behind the scenes. They should have never been in front of a camera. They should have never had a microphone. They should have never made one single solitary YouTube video prior to the conviction of this guy, because all you've done so far is defamed and slandered based off of verbal testimony. That's it.
I'm trying to prioritize the survivors over myself. But then where do I put like the general public in that priority list?
The general public should not even be considered. Why are us, the general public, why are we even a thought in the process? That's how screwed up your thinking is.
And it's very difficult. I feel like I'm in an impossible position where I just can't.
You are, and you put yourself there, dumbass.
Seem to do the right thing. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't make all of you happy.
Are you? Well, then you're a dumbass again.
I'm sorry to Charlie for dragging him into a case that is not necessarily his fight.
Yeah, okay. How about Mudahar, right? How many other people did you reach out to? How many people gave you advice? Solid, logical advice, and you didn't listen to them. Are you sorry? Are you sorry to Mudahar?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my audience who don't even know what the heck is going on. Like I'm uploading shorts, I'm doing live streams, I'm doing weird ass videos. Just trying.
Your audience knows what's going on. You know, it's all about that money, money, money. That's all it is. Why? Because your subscribers are going away. Because your Patreon support is dwindling. The money is drying up. And so you're fighting and clawing. It's not about, never was, about getting justice for the victims. Because justice is not given to victims through the exposure and life ruination of somebody on a YouTube video. Justice is given when the person is put behind bars and then removed from society so they cannot perpetrate their crimes and activities on anyone else ever, hopefully again. But in the 5+ years, Max, that you've been doing this through your own words, that's never happened. And how many videos have you put out about alleged predators? And you didn't even darken the room of a courtroom. Never testified, nothing. You never engaged with law enforcement. You could not even explain simply the basic rudimentary procedures of what happened because you never engaged in it. You never engaged in it. You're a sham. You're a medicine man. You're a flim-flam artist. A con artist even. Because you're conning these, quote, survivors into believing that they'll get justice from a YouTube video? You're an idiot. That's not where justice comes from.
To find the remaining survivors of Camden Gerard Davis. That has always been the goal for this awareness campaign.
And that brings up something else. Help me understand something. How could somebody who has, by their testimony, right, by Max's and these survivors' testimony, have hundreds of supposed victims, yet there's zero social media presence? There's no YouTube, there's no Twitter, there's no TikTok, there's no Facebook. MamaMax, $5. Are you calling me a modern day snake oil salesman? That's exactly what I'm calling you. That's exactly what I'm calling you. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. For the low price, you can get this elixir. Yeah. It'll remove all the predators from your life. Idiot.
And while it's worked in some respect, it's also caused a lot of issues. I don't want to cause issues. I want to resolve these issues.
Then shut up. Simple. Just shut up. Quit making videos. Shut up.
I don't want any, I don't want beef with anyone. Like I want to communicate openly. I'm trying to communicate with my
No,
peers.
you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're
And,
not.
I'm trying to.
The world is wrong with you. You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry. Maybe you need to go back to your keyboard, Leo, and find some more of those predators, because you like to do the same thing as Max here, right? You like to do live ruination, right? Like with 15-year-old boys, reporting them as mass shooters and shit. Yeah.
To listen to dissenting voices. I'm trying.
Who are you looking to, Max? The camera's right here, bud. Right here. Camera, right here. Right here's the camera, bud. Right here. Max, hey. Hey. Max, hey. Max, where'd you go?
And I'm trying to.
This, oh, true. Thanks for the gifted Drew. I appreciate that, bud. 07 in the chats for Drew.
I need a dick now.
Oh, who needs a dick? Trippy Savage.
I need a dick now.
Who else needed a dick? Badwick. Hell hath no fury.
I need a dick now.
Voltage Mac. Yeah, y'all need a little dick this morning, did you? Well,
I need
there
a
you
dick
go.
now.
Get you some dick right now. Get you some.
I need a dick now.
I gotta fix it. Why is that cutting that off the bottom?
I like beer.
Oh Lord, Badwick's already on the beer this morning. You know what happens.
I like beer.
When he gets on that beer, then the ketchup comes out. Okay.
Listen to voices I trust too. And every single person is telling me something different. And I don't know what to do. And that's why I've been asking for help.
Shut up. Everybody's telling you to shut up. Everybody. The only one who's not telling you to shut up is the alleged survivor that's in your house. Right? Because we got to keep that money rolling in, y'all. We got to pay the bills. Keep that electricity on. Keep that internet on. Right?
People say, just wait for law enforcement to do something.
Exactly. That's exactly what you should do. Because then you can talk from a place of knowledge, not speculation, right? Because what your rules and level of what, because what's going on here is there's two different things, right? You have the rule of law, right? Evidence has to meet a certain level of merit. And if there's not enough there and it doesn't meet certain merits, then there's not enough to move forward. You can't prosecute, right? And I'm sorry, somebody coming forward and giving testimony is not enough. There has to be more. Now there's allegedly several people that's come forward and whatever. Okay, that adds more. There's more smoke. Now there might be some fire, right? But unless they have tangible evidence, right? Like if they have transcripts and stuff of conversations through text messages, through messaging apps, through social media interactions, things of that, videos, right? Anything and everything like that, then that's evidence that can be logged, entered in, verified through metadata to back up what they're saying, right? If MamaMax and others out there want to live on this philosophy of believe or listen to all survivors, that's fine. Allow the survivors to talk. Allow them to voice this, to help process the emotions and stuff. That's fine. Be supportive, right? Be comforting. That's awesome, right? Dragging them out in front of a camera, Nah. If you wanted to interview them, if you wanted whatever, and put it in the can and wait till after law enforcement does their things, and law enforcement, they go through the legal system, in the judiciary system, does what they do, and then you want to have it there, and you whatever work on it in the background while this is going on over here in the criminal system. Awesome, that's fine, right? But you don't do it. You've got basically, essentially what you've done, Max, is you've got the cart before the horse. And what happens now is you've got a cart out here and you have no way to pull it, and the horses ran off. Because if by some chance, if this guy, Camden Gerard Davis, whatever the hell his name is, if he somehow gets wind of this, right, he could pack up and disappear, which he may have already done. We don't know. Good morning, Miss Zotty. How are you this morning?
Ah, I see you're trying to have the Xylee vigor in your voice. I like it.
Well, I guess I was really doing my best to kind of not, because you were doing a great job. I felt you did a great job going over lyrics and FPS diesels. I listened to majority of your streams. I didn't get to listen to all of them, but I was like, I'm arm in arm with Zali on this. Her logic, her thought is great. It's awesome, right?
Well,
and then
thank you.
and then the nitwit here puts out this video last night where where the title is, I place accountability in my own hands. Well, that's great, but you still aren't taking accountability for what you've done.
I was going to take today off and just do Nick's video tomorrow. You know, I don't want my channel to be a MamaMax hate channel, but it's like, bro, just he could have waited a week. Just give me a week.
and the thing about I don't know. He's just, here, let me share my screen so you can be real time with me. But it's just, I don't know. He just, I don't honestly know. I honestly don't know if he's just incompetent, stupid, or just both.
I think both. And I don't know. There's something missing, and I don't know what it is.
It's logic and reasoning.
Well, no, I'm talking about there's something missing in the sense of I think there's more going on that we don't know about. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
You know what? And you may very well be right, right? The problem is in his but he's done this. He's done this. He builds this buggy, right? This little cart. And then he hooks the mule up to it to pull the cart.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he doesn't really hook the mule. He never hooks the mule to it. The mule just runs off, right? And then he's left there with this cart, and he's like, well, why don't you believe? Because in his, that's the problem is like I was saying, the rule of law, right? The rule of law says you have to meet there has to be certain thresholds or certain, you have to get to these certain thresholds. Right. And a person's testimony in and itself is not enough. It doesn't matter how believable that the testimony can be, because it's just a they versus them, he versus she versus she, he versus whatever it is. It's just two people's words against each other. That's where you have to get into. There has to be physical evidence. And physical evidence could be everything from actual like photographs of physical marks, right? Yeah. Physical evidence can be digital photos, a digital timeline, messages, that all the metadata stuff can be gone through by a forensic IT specialist that can go and extrapolate all this stuff to show that yes, this was going on, right? There's so much that metadata that is embedded in photographs, text messages, everything, right? That the layman, even myself, I don't know how to even access all of it, right? Because it's not a field, it's not something I ever really cared to get into, right? I know it's there. I know it's all bundled inside of the data inside of a picture or text messages. So I know it's all there. It all resides in there. I just don't have the tools and the skill set. And I've been doing IT for 30 years, right? So somebody like myself would never engage in things like it. Can I be supportive and listen to someone who says they went through a tragedy? 100%. I can listen to them. I can be empathetic. I can be supportive of them.
Yeah, I can listen and be supportive of anybody with a story. Because like I said, very bad things happen to people who have no proof and they just want to spill it out.
Yes.
You know, they just want to tell somebody. And
100%.
I'm here to listen to that. But I'm not going to jump on my channel and talk about something that there is absolutely I have zero proof of.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make somebody aware of a dude that I don't know. I mean, what? I'm going to direct my audience to somebody that I don't know that he did it.
No. And you know what else I'm not going to do? I'm not going to take those people and put them on in front of a camera and a microphone to talk and to parade them. I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Because to me, and this is my personal feelings here, I think that re-victimizes them in a lot of ways.
Well, what is wrong with you? You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
What the hell was that?
Someone.
Oh my God! What is that abomination on your fucking screen?
That's Leo Convoy, and he's very disappointed in me.
Ew. Okay, people, we gotta talk. You got to get rid of that damn thing. That shit is scary.
I'll tell you the story here. I love the story.
Oh, I know who it is.
$5. The truth of the matter is, he'll never take his evidence to the police. They take it and do their jobs. He would be locked out, and he's not law enforcement. No insider info, nothing to exploit via YouTube video. He's a dime a dozen grifter. That's a pretty good assessment there. I've loved the stars. No, that
shit. That's a jump scare, bro.
Now I'm gonna tell you about that deal. That is Leo Convoy, and that is him addressing me saying that I'm a 55-year-old man and he expects better of me.
I get told the same thing all the time.
And so if I'm going to get dressed down by some furry little cocksucker, I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Well,
so anyway, yeah.
Anyway, back to, okay, look, you don't have a problem, okay? Actually, don't have a problem with victim survivors, however you want to put it, going publicly. That is after they have gone to the police and they show evidence. And everything is in the police hands and they show evidence. Or even if they did go to the police, they say they went to court and the dude was found not guilty for some reason, but they actually had proof for some reason wasn't put into the court.
Sure. After, I have no problems with it. After, if here's the thing. If they, after a criminal is either done, not done, whatever, because of evidence that is available, MamaMax $5. If I go to the police, I would lose the ability to say that I took down the predator. I want to be the one people say that brought Camden to justice. Well, good luck on that, I guess. Whatever.
I got $5 say that's Teddy.
It may be. All I'll say is that if law enforcement does not whatever, and if the person that has no monetary value to go after as far as any type of civil procedures, if you want to then go and tell your story to try to gain some financial payment or whatever you want to call it, reparations, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that if that's what you want to do and you're clear about it. I have no problems with that, right? But give law enforcement...
What is wrong with you? You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
I'm sorry, Leo. I'll do better.
You know, sidebar.
Yeah.
that mask is horrible. It looks like it came out in 1973 and he didn't clean it properly. At least get a good lion head. I mean, bro,
Look,
it looks scary.
that's the world of furries, and I don't get into that mess, right? So,
Anywho, back to the predators.
The problem is that, again, MamaMax's rules of credibility, as far as, well, this is credible evidence, so therefore this is enough to do life ruination, is very, very minimal. Very, very minimal. You know, like I said earlier, he went after, oh God, what is his name? I can't remember. Magnetar. He went after Magnetar simply based off of a Instagram message between him and a girl alleging that Magnetar sent her unsolicited pictures of his penis when she was allegedly a minor.
You want to know something special
That's
about
it.
that?
What's
I think
that?
the girl was friends with his sister.
I think she was too. It all keeps coming.
Yeah.
It all comes back to his sister.
You know, you can't talk. I was talking to this with Diesel last night. Diesel and Core, right?
Yeah.
We were talking.
Yeah.
Because we were all watching. Actually, no, Diesel went live. I think I was saying this to Core and some other people.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you can't talk about MamaMax without bringing a sister into it in one way, fashion, or form. Because she has always been heavily involved in the stories and the videos he's made, everything.
Okay, so let's just do a time capsule here, if we will. When the videos came out from those girls that were putting MamaMax in a very bad light, alleging emotional, I think even physical abuse by him towards them, the women, his sister testified that no, that wasn't true, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we flash forward a couple of years. Spencer comes, well, actually, in this video, he talks about how she came to him, what was it, 3 years ago? With
2 or 3 years, something like that, yeah.
He says in this video, we'll get to it hopefully, I don't know. She comes to Max, and he pushes her away, says, I work on this other thing, But that was because she was friends with, once again, his sister. I mean,
bro, I don't know what kind of operation they're running over there.
I don't know, but let's continue on to the video.
Oh, we've waited 7 years and they haven't done anything.
7 years. 7 years. They've waited 7 years. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the last time Spencer went to the cops was 7 years ago, I think, or something.
But he says we have waited 7 years.
Well, that's something he does that irritates the shit out of me, okay? Mm-hmm. He always says we when it's somebody else that did the work for him. Like, he goes, I put out a call to action and for everybody, for people to find him, and we did. He didn't find anybody. Everybody always does the work for him.
Yeah.
He's always saying we when it's not him doing anything.
You know who else says we in the third party like that all the time? Royalty.
Cult leader.
Royalties, yeah.
Royalty, yeah.
So, you know, and he is the little Lord Master over there in the little MamaMax kingdom, right?
Yeah.
With all his little, what was it, fetuses and zygotes and what's that other one? There was 3 different tiers of that darn Patreon he has. Embryos, zygotes, and fetuses, I think it is.
Well, if you arrow over, there's 3 more, and they got to do with the same thing.
Oh, sweet Lord of mercy. Okay.
Yep.
All of his little babies. Different stages, depending on
his Discord called Mother's Womb.
Yes.
Or Mama's Womb. Yep.
Sick, twisted cocksucker.
So we decided to just go public with it and put eyes on him. And people wanted evidence, so we've been inviting people to our little server where we have the evidence. But then people...
But Mudahar says you have nothing. Some text messages back and forth or whatever that are it's screenshots of text messages that can't be verified. And here's the problem. Okay. You have a history of doing inspect element on things and changing wording. That's the problem. When you admit to doing that just for the showmanship of it, right? To add a little spice to the story, then that discredits everything that you say or do. Therefore, if you're doing this type of stuff, which you've been doing for 5 years, you said, right? This hunting predators. You cannot doctor evidence, dude. You can't. Not even in the sake of storytelling. You cannot. It's like taking, what you essentially do is when you do things like that, is you basically walk up to this pile of evidence that you allegedly have amassed, and you just take a big stinking pile of shit right there in front of it, just plop it in there. And guess what? Now everything is tainted. Nothing can be used. None of it will be admissible because you had to put a little pizzazz to the story in your storytelling. Because you're not a hunter. You're a failed, I don't know what. You're as Tommy C says, you're just another YouTuber. That's all you are.
That's not what I call him. I call him just another doxer because that's what he is.
He's a doxer. Life ruination, doxing. There's no wonder he and his little editor found each other.
People don't want to listen to the survivors when they're in there and just look at the evidence and conclude it's nothing. And
that's the thing. It hurt. He actually acts like it pains him that people come in who are not biased, because he is biased because he's tied to this girl.
Yeah.
The girl is living with him. He's biased, so he cannot objectively look at the situation. He is invested in it, right? He can't. So when people come in who have no ties, no commitment, no nothing to him, the girls, nothing. They're not vested in it, and they look at it objectively. They go, there's nothing here. Yeah, but did you see these screenshots? I see screenshots. Screenshots don't mean shit. Let me have the original. Let me have access to the original so I can go through the metadata. Well, yeah, but we got the screenshots. Screenshots don't give me nothing. Screenshots can be faked. Screenshots can be doctored. Easy.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, I put out a screenshot of a tweet the other day because Matt Pitt asked for one. He wanted evidence of Max saying that he and Tommy were the real, what was that? The real problems of it or whatever it was, right? Were the real enemies or whatever. So I created the screenshot that he wanted. I said, you want actual or do you want MamaMax level? And I said, if it's the latter, I said, here you go. Right? Now, sadly, there was a person who fell for it and ran, whatever. Wasn't my intention. And even Zadi got on to me about making up fake shit, right? And okay, fine, whatever. But I thought my tweet was pretty clear about it was not real. That's why I said MamaMax level evidence.
Yeah, until I had to go under somebody who thought it was real and tell them, this isn't real, right?
Yes, I understand. I get that. But is that my fault or the person who didn't take time to actually read the tweet where the screenshot was provided and to understand what was going on? Now, I apologize to the guy because I like him. I think he's an okay guy. But sometimes people just need to slow down and engage the gray matter and understand that not everything, and when I say not everything, about 98% of the shit that you see on Twitter is not real. it's faked or it's doctored or it's whatever. It's you can call it whatever you want to call it, farming for views, content farming, whatever you want to call it, engagement farming. It's just what it is, right? But that's what I'm saying. You can inspect Element. For crying out loud, there's websites out there that you can go and create anything you want. So even if you don't know how to inspect Element, there's websites that will help you go out there and create fake tweets, help you create fake text messages. You do whatever you want to do. You can fake the shit out of everything. It's not hard. It's not hard. If an old Gen Xer / almost boomer can do it like myself, then what do you think some of these really tech savvy young people today that grew up with this shit knows how to do?
I know. I just don't want it to turn into a fad. That's my only thing.
I get that. I understand exactly what you're saying, but it's just, that's what I'm saying. You cannot just put screenshots. Okay. Let me put this a little bit different way, maybe. If someone is doing a show, right? Because guess what? Sometimes we have to screenshot tweets or we have to screenshot shit because there are people out there that delete their shit when they start getting called out for their nonsense, right? So we screenshot it. We screenshot it. I screenshot shit. Zai screenshot shit. And then we got people, that's their whole existence on the internet, is they clip and screenshot shit. That's what they do.
True.
And you know what? Thank you for that, because you are the true warriors on the battlefield, right? You're on the front line, and we appreciate you. God bless your souls.
True.
Right?
True.
Now, if somebody like Zali or myself or some of these other guys that have a reputation of being truthful and honest, and we say, listen, here's a screenshot because they deleted the original tweet, you have to then to determine, say, okay, is this person trustworthy, right? Because they don't have a reputation of just doing fake shit all the time, right? And so, and to Zali's point, me doing a fake tweet like that, whatever, even for jokes or memes or whatever, could it in the long run bite me in my ass for doing that? It probably so. Somewhere down the road, it probably could, right? But I couldn't pass it. It's just too damn funny. Sorry. But when you have somebody like Max who did it inside of a video to add pizzazz, then that discredits everything that they. So when you say, well, we got this discourse over here where if you come in there, we'll show you all this stuff. It doesn't mean a hill of beans. It's not worth its weight. It's not nothing. Right. It's literally nothing. It's some screenshots. Yeah, okay. But Max, then you have a history of it, of faking information and doctoring information. So why should we believe this? Well, yeah, but these girls, they provided this, okay? And I don't know them. And they have it's not that I disbelieve them, but I don't believe them either. They are, what I'm saying? It's not that they have a bad reputation. They have no reputation. They have, so it's, other than they're associated with you, which could be bad in some people's eyes. So,
and people are making all these public attacks, not platforming any of us, not wanting
public attacks and not platforming. Dude, you have 739,000 subscribers. That number's dwindling.
Yeah, you lost 4K yesterday.
Who should be platforming you? Who? Dude, you've got one of the biggest platforms out there. You're almost at 1 million subs. You want my little 1,000 sub channel to platform your ass? Is that what it's going to take? You know what it is, Zali? I got that. If you just went over there on your Rumble channel with 10,000 subs and platform
12K, thank you.
I stand corrected. 12K subs over on his Rumble and platformed him. This would all been a mute point. Everything would have been fine. It's your fault, Zali.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. I'm used to it being my fault.
I'm serious. I don't understand that statement. They attacked him and didn't platform him. Who?
I think he's talking about all the videos coming out.
So Mudahar, Lyrics, FS Diesel, Nicholas DiOrio.
Yeah.
Is that what he's talking about?
I think that's
Chud
who he's
Logic?
talking about. Yeah.
They are
Because especially Chud, probably not. I wouldn't say especially Chud Logic.
Yeah.
I think Chud Logic, when you get to the trans part in this video, I think that was Chud Logic. But I think he's specifically talking, especially DiOrio and Mudahar, being that he had that conversation with them.
Well, I'll tell you this. They are platforming you, Max, just not in the way you want. How about that? Because they didn't just take your word vomit and run with it. You know, I think if MamaMax, because here's the deal, I don't want to just completely and totally just shit on the guy for the whole time. So I'm going to give you some praise here, right? You're a very artistic, creative person. I think if he would have made videos doing true crime with his voice and with his production quality that he has and his editing abilities that he has, and if he had done true crime and that's where, you know, it's already been done, right? And the law enforcement's already, you know, in prosecution and, you know, the trial and all this, and he could have done and been just a storyteller. I think he could have been huge, period, because that has a very large following out there on the internet. The true crimes, I enjoy listening to true crime stories, right? There's a few creators that I listen to occasionally about true crime. If he'd have stuck to something like that, where it's already a done deal thing, it's signed, sealed, in the box, whatever, right? As far as you have all the evidence out there, you can go out there and get newspaper articles. You could actually go and get records from the court cases, because it's all public information. He could have had the whole storyline, wrote the narrative. Or for this matter, he could even use the little chat GPT to write his what do they call that? Oh shoot, the
script.
The script. There we go. Yeah, I'd write the script, right? Or hell, he could throw Matthew Peterson a leg and hired him to write a script.
You are such a dick.
I am. I'm a huge one.
Leave my Matthew Peterson alone.
But you know, I'm saying there's script writers and stuff out there. He could have. I mean, if he didn't want to write the scripts, whatever. And I think if he had stuck to, he'd been great. But doing this kind of stuff, no. And here's the thing: and here's the sad thing about it. I hate to say, even said that there are enough cases that are prosecuted every single day about predators that he could have reported on those and brought more attention. He could have brought those survivors on, gave them a platform, help them, you know, fire up GoFundMe's for them or whatever, for people to support them, to help them financially rebuild their lives or get therapy or whatever it is that they need. He could have done that with cases that were already done. Right?
Yeah.
And guess what? Those perpetrators of those heinous crimes, he could say their names and he's not doxing them then. Right?
Yep,
because
true.
it's public information, all from court records.
Yep.
And he doesn't have to worry about being accused of doing life ruination, because the court systems has already done that for him. All he has to do is report on what happened. That's it. That's all you have to do. You know, as a registered voter, Zali, have you ever gotten those little cards that says, hey, we need you to show up and you need to, for court, be a jury duty? Have you ever got one of those things?
I've done jury duty. Jury duty sucks.
Okay, so I got a card and I was actually excited. I wanted to do jury duty.
I didn't. Don't waste my time with this book, especially the case I got put on.
Okay. I wanted to, because I find that stuff intriguing, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be like a really cool. So I didn't want it to be like, oh, he, people had, like a fender bender. So I wanted something cool, right? But the problem with having something cool also means something really heinous happened to somebody, right? Something tragic happened to somebody. That's the downside to it, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing I did not ever want to be called for jury duty for is, guess what?
What?
One where it involved a kid.
Yeah.
Molestation or something like that, right? Guess what I get called in for?
Oh, really? Oh.
Now, luckily, the prosecuting attorney knew me. He's friends with my family. And I was disqualified.
Hell yeah.
But there were other people there, and this guy had was being charged with molesting this little boy. And the problem of it was, as he'd already been to prison once, I talked to a couple of the guys that were selected to be and was seated on the jury afterwards, after the trial was over with, everything. And I asked him, I said, because I did, this is a horrific thing. So I was like, whatever. I wanted to be real sensitive about the situation. And I asked him, I said, was that guy, I just simply said, was the guy found guilty? He goes, oh yeah. Yeah. They said, mostly, yeah. They said they were like, it was bad. It was bad what he did to this little boy. And I said, well, good. And he said, and both of them said, having to hear that little boy sit on the stand and testify. When I say little boy, I'm not talking about I'm talking like I think the boy was like 8 or 9 years old now, but I think he was maybe like 6 or 7 when it happened, right? Because it always takes forever to get these things to trial. But to hear the boy have to retell this stuff, they said they had nightmares. They both were waking up with and I can only imagine, and I was like, and that kind of changed my whole thought process about wanting to be on a jury, because of the idea and thought of having, because sadly where I live at, I am surrounded by evil people, predators. If I go and pull up the map around me, and they have a thing when you go out there and you can look at all the sex offenders, right? And they'll pin drop around where you can see what I am surrounded by them. The county in Arkansas where I live, I am surrounded by them. It's almost as bad as the meth heads.
Yeah.
Correspond, or is there coincidences? I don't know. But it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. But what I'm saying, if there's enough where he could have done that, ones that are already settled, and give those victims,
Yeah. No, I agree.
But anyway,
to talk to the survivors themselves. And when people do talk to the survivors, they're getting attacked just because they're transgender.
Okay, buddy.
Whoa. Who attacked anyone just because of their gender?
I think he's talking about like audience members who went too far with jokes and stuff like that, but there's plenty of us who disavow that type of shit.
Sure, but here's the thing. Okay. Those people are assholes. Let me just put that out there for the record, officially. Assholes, right?
Yep.
But you put it on the internet. The internet's full of assholes. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to think, okay, so basically, who is a major part in the quote unquote takedown
Yeah.
of MamaMax is the commentary community. The
Yep.
commentary community is known for being racist, misogynist, transphobic, every ist or ick you can think of.
You know,
So people like to go to that as a own on the community. I used to do it myself, I know.
yeah.
I used to be part of that.
Yeah. Amazing, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
So rather than to actually deal with the issue or to deal with the criticisms or, whatever, because I'm sorry, Max, there is some holes in the stories that are being told. There is some things that are being said that are counter to each other.
That's true.
And so when people ask questions, it's because the story isn't lining up. It's not meshing. There's different stories being told. The person, the gender doesn't. So rather than to deal with those questions, you say, oh, you're attacking. No, we're asking questions. Well, you're doing it because of their gender. No, gender had nothing to do with it. And that's granted, the commentary community is a little bit edgier. There are people who walk a line. There are people who step
There's
over the
people
line.
like that everywhere, though. There's
Yeah.
people like that in every community.
Yeah. So, justice for Maggot. MamaMax doesn't care about victims.
Apparently, Maggot, she is a victim of mine, or AKA a survivor of mine, and she tried to alert MamaMax during his live stream about how I victimized her, and he ignored her. Xylee Gerard Davis, yes.
How did you victimize? Do I even want to know how you victimized?
I didn't victimize her. She's fucking lying. She has no proof. None whatsoever. No proof.
There's no logs. There's no metadata.
Nope.
There's no nothing.
She ain't got nothing. Nothing, I say.
Okay. Well.
But now she's running around saying she's a victim of mine.
She's pigeon salad, $10. Another person that's spreading the whole transphobic narrative for Max has been this red pagan person. They recently claimed on a live stream that Lyrics, Chud Logic, and Papa Gut are transphobic.
That's because Lyrics, Chud Logic, and Papa Gut made
videos.
Well, they made videos on the Red Pagan, and I have to admit, well, I don't know about Lyrics, but I did watch Papa Gut do it. Papa Gut and Chud Logic made like a slight joke, but it wasn't. Yeah, they're just okay. Listen, they're really, really woke, and if you go boo, you're gonna get something thrown at you.
Well, okay, so I made a joke because of what's the person, Red Pagan. Listen, I don't care what your gender is. If you say you're a woman, then you're a fucking woman. I don't care. I literally don't care. All I will say.
Now you're going to be put on the list.
The world is wrong with you. You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
Okay, I'll do better, Leo.
Right at the perfect time.
Exactly. All I said was, do something about the 5 o'clock shadow before you go on cam. That's it. That's all I said. But these days, there are some trans women who have like full like beards and mustaches and have more facial hair than I've got even. So I don't know. Maybe that was not a good joke. I don't know, but whatever. I don't get into the gender politics. I don't care. A person can identify as whatever the hell they want to identify. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Either you are right or you're wrong as far as your morals, your ethics, your standards, your thoughts, your ideologies, whatever. Either I agree or I don't agree with you. Period. That's it. So And the same note, people could say, well, maybe you should do something about that ugly mug before you go. Well, I wished I could, but this is what I got. I can deal with it, I guess, So, whatever.
Can't help how the good Lord made me.
No. So, anyway, what is this? Who's he looking? Again, this is like twice now that he stared off into, I guess someone's over there that's helping him reform his spine. Because the cameras, and here's the thing. Okay, I understand if you got to pause, take a break. Maybe you need some reassuring. I don't know, whatever. But I don't know who edited this for you. I don't know if you edited this. I don't know. Cut this shit out. We don't need to see this.
I guarantee you he did it for a reason.
Oh, he's playing for sympathy is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all sympathy play.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's looking to Spencer. I don't know who he's looking to. Right?
This has been very difficult. And I know if I could have just started with making everything clear from the beginning, maybe this could have all been avoided.
Yeah. Okay.
And I take accountability for that.
Do you? Okay.
I just thought that if people wanted to know what was going on, they would just go to the podcast.
They did go to the podcast. Mac, I don't understand why is there, that podcast got, I can't remember how many views.
No, it didn't get as many as he thought it would.
Oh, well, fair enough too. But the other thing
he should have put it on his channel so more people would see it.
Well, okay.
Because here's the thing. He wanted her to have her own platform to be able to make money and stuff like that. Funny, she hasn't uploaded anything since.
Yeah, let me pull up her channel here. We just take a look at it. Okay. All right, so this is her YouTube channel, Pigeon Salad, $5. I was waiting for the moment where Max would wipe fake tears from his eyebrows like Jay Station. Exactly. So this is her YouTube channel. She's got 3.19 subscribers, has 4 videos. If we go to her videos, she's got 2 videos. One of them is MamaMax dancing for 10 hours. It's got 8.4 thousand views 2 months ago. Right? Now, the reason why they did this, you know why they did this, right, Zali? Why they put this out
bring
first?
his stands over.
But to also get her watch hours and subs up to where she would be monetized so that when this dropped, she would get money from it.
Yeah.
The world is wrong with you. You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
I'm working on it, Leo. Give me a break. It's been a rough few days.
I hate that mask so much.
Good. It's working then. So she got 20,000 views. I mean, I don't know what, but yeah, if you go here, she has had 1 live. They got 7,000 views. It says reacting to Mama Max's new video since no one else will, featuring Mama Max. 2 months ago, 7.3 thousand views.
Yep.
I'm your Auntie Spencer. It's not. No, you're not my auntie. You're not my auntie. And she's put out 1 short back in November.
Yeah, so I mean, if they want her to make money on the platform, then she needs to create content, even if it's around her case or whatever. I mean, that's fine. Whatever, it's your platform, you know.
Yeah, get on there and anyway.
And we put the podcast on Spencer's channel to help her build her own platform, because survivors need more than just a voice. They need financial help. They need psychological help. They need medical.
I get all that. But most people have jobs. They work. They earn money. A lot of survivors, that's what they have to do. I understand that most days they probably don't want to get up and get out of the bed and go into work because that's it. But they have to. right?
She explained in her podcast that she can't work because she has bipolar disorder. There was something else in there, and PTSD from the Camden Gerard Davis situation.
There are people who get up, put on their breeches legs every day, put on their socks and shoes and a shirt, comb their hair, and go into work every day that have PTSD, that have others bipolar, and have other type of things. And they do it every day. And some days they do better than others. And then some days they do worse than others.
Yeah.
But they do it because they have no choice but to do it. Right? You cannot sit back and just think that people are going to give you money to survive. That's not how the world works. Now, if you're fortunate and lucky and blessed enough to where you have a following on YouTube and you have enough income coming in from channel memberships or donations or let's get laughable here, ad revenue, then fine, you can stay home and, but you still have to make content. Honey Child, you've made 4 videos in 2 months of November. So November, December, January. Yeah. And basically 3 months time frame, you've made 4 videos. That's it.
Well, now hold on a second. She didn't make 2 of those.
Well,
she didn't make that podcast. That wasn't her that made that.
No. MamaMax recorded it and all that. Yeah.
She just uploaded it.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Gone through treatment since 2019, bipolar disorder, PTSD, depression and anxiety. She takes depression and anxiety meds and a mood stabilizer.
Okay.
That is, yeah. And she said this, for anybody, yes, she said it in her podcast at 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 43 seconds. Yeah.
I know people that take medications every day.
Oh, and she gets panic attacks. Can't work. Gets panic attacks if someone gets angry with her. She has chronic. Okay, here we go. She's been to mental health service. She has PTSD. Can't work. Gets panic attacks if someone gets angry with her. So she gets panic attacks real easy. She has chronic pain because of the physical abuse. Majority of her disability stemmed from the abuse she suffered from Camden Gerard Davis. And there you go. Boom. That's what she said. She said that at 1 hour 38 and 53 seconds.
Okay. There are people that do it every day. Every day.
I agree. There are.
Full care. They need a loving family. They need a roof over their head. Survivors need a lot. And I've been trying to provide that. And it's not enough.
There's so much dead air here. So much dead air.
Did you see what Eva did? Did you see what Eva did?
Yeah, it was like 7 minutes or something of dead air. I think
it was a 7-minute video, and it was all the dead air in this video.
Yeah.
I love Eva. I fucking love her.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah.
It was like when we reach out for help, people just want to use that opportunity to attack us, to hate on me.
Is it too obvious to point out how many people he's attacked? So what you put out,
true.
What you get. Let's see. You attacked Tommy C 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You attacked him because he called into question your motives and the way you were doing things, right? So you labeled him a supporter of pedophilia.
Right.
You then attacked, most recently, Most Critical, right?
Yeah.
You did a call to action for people to go after YouTube. You did a call to action to go out for people to reach out to people like PewDiePie and all these other really, really big creators to pressure them to come in and supporting and draw attention to you and your channel and what you're doing. And you wonder why you're getting hate? Holy smokes, this
All
guy.
right, look, he ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. All right, leave that boy alone. He ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
He needs to wear a helmet.
Come on.
It's hard.
I think this guy talks slower than me, if that's even possible.
Well, in this video, he certainly does. Just saying, in this video, he certainly talks slower than you.
And I've got it sped up to 1.5.
Yeah, I usually speed you up. Look, when I listen back to your live
Two,
streams, I usually
two,
speed you up. Yeah,
yeah,
I go to 2.
Yeah, I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
This is really hard.
Yeah, I know it's hard, Max. Come on, get to the damn point. Jesus, the dead air.
He's doing it for dramatic effect.
Well, it ain't working. It's pissing me off.
It's an art form.
Yeah, well.
Let's just start from the beginning.
Oh, my Jesus. No, we're not. We're not starting from the beginning, Max. Pigeon salad for 10. In my eyes, you don't get to cry about people attacking you when you've called Magnetar a predator and partially responsible for the deaths of Camden's mom and brother, Max. Right? Yeah, cry victim. Cry victim, Max. Jesus Christ.
I met Spencer. She told me what happened to her. I told her I was busy with other projects, but if you need me to
The
hand
word
this to
is
someone
wrong
else,
with
I
you.
will.
You're 55, and I certainly expect better from you.
I told you, Leo, I'm working on it. Get off me today. So
She said, no, I want you. And so a few years later, I finally came back and I was like, okay, are you ready?
So she came to him a few years ago. I'm busy. Sorry, Spence. Really sad story, but I kind of got this other thing. I'm busy over here labeling, Tommy C a predator supporter. And I'm kind of really busy with that right now. Let me get back to you in a few years.
And okay. I'm wondering. All right, I do kind of have a theory.
Okay. Float it.
Well, I have a couple of theories. One,
Okay.
how important was it to you if you were able to shelve something so grave that happened to somebody for years?
Exactly.
Now, being that we shelved it for years, is that why you're going so hard because you feel guilty or something? Is it the guilt? Is that why she's in charge of all like the money and stuff like that?
You know, here's the question too, right?
You saw that GoFundMe, right?
Well, you mean this one here that doesn't exist no more?
Oh, it doesn't exist anymore?
Honey child, it's gone.
I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that.
Did you see whose name it was under, who was getting the money?
Oh, you mean it was under behalf of Spencer Slayton?
Yes.
That's her full name. That's Max. Are you doxing her?
No, my point is Spencer's in charge of the money. He said in one of the live streams that the money from his Patreon is going to go to the survivors, and Spencer's the one in charge of it. Why is Spencer in charge of all this money? Is she an accountant?
I don't know. But here's the thing. There was when this screenshot was taken, there was one donation, $9,077 by Max Stryker. Why 9,777? Could you not come up with $233 more just to give it around 10K? I mean,
I bet you it symbolizes something. I just don't know what.
I don't know. Then we had, of course, one other person that donated. It was $5 anonymously. So, but yeah, look. And just to give credit here, Chris the Narc is where I got the original screenshot from. And then the Gaming Witch is the one that came in with the one for the 2 donations that I was aware of prior to it being taken down.
Yeah, I was in
Now-
voice chat with Chris when he did them.
Yeah.
We were
Now-
dying. We were dying.
Here's the thing. I don't know. Now, I see people saying Max in chat, Max took it down. Max could have very well taken it down, or GoFundMe could have removed it as well. I don't know.
Yeah, if people would have, now I'm going to be honest, if people reported it, I do not agree with them doing that.
Nope. If people want, listen, I may not agree with it. I may think this is all a flim-flam, snake oil salesman, grifter, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay. That may be my personal opinion of that. And so I'm not going to give them 1 red cent. However, if there are people out there that buy everything that's being said, and they want to send them thousands of dollars, then they should be allowed to do that. Right?
Yeah, that's on them.
That's on them. That has absolutely positively zero to do with me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just saying I personally would not give them 1 red cent. Right? Because I don't support flim-flams. I don't support con artists. I just don't. And the thing of it is if all that money is coming in via his Patreon, which I think Tommy estimated back when it was at its height was like, what, 20,000 a month or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. I could be mistaken on that dollar amount. I don't know. That seems like a lot of money to me per month. Why do we need to have a GoFundMe and you put seed money in there of $9,777, Max?
Probably because he's losing. I mean, if he's losing subscribers, he's losing Patreons too.
A fair assessment. But I'm wondering, is he trying to do this to be more above board? Was he trying to, quote, give the power to her? Right, say, here's the money. I got $9,777, this, whatever it was for the month of December for Patreon. And I'm just giving that money straight to her. Was that maybe what it was? Trying to become more transparent in some sort of effort to become more transparent. I don't know.
All I know is I need Mama Max's PR department to step the fuck up, because whoever that is, they need to get fired.
Oh, jeez.
All right? Their PR department
is
not doing him justice.
I'm cranking this up. I can't, because we're going back to their beginning. So let's crank this thing up. Let's see if I can handle it too.
And we did the podcast. And while I was there listening to her, that's when I realized this is going to evolve into something much more. Like, originally, I just wanted to do a podcast where we platform survivors and they tell their story. But you can't just tell your story anymore. Now you need concrete evidence.
That's right.
You can tell your story if you have already gone through the process of doing it correctly. Then yes, go tell your story. Or you can even tell your story if you have zero evidence. There's nothing wrong with telling your story. Where the problem lies is you don't dox people and hunt people down and weaponize your audience to go doxing. That's what you don't do.
The life ruination. You won't get on and tell a story. Tell a story. That's fine.
Yes.
Tell your
and what
story.
you do when you don't have proof, you say allegedly.
Yeah. Or you can even show your side of it, right? You can say, this is my side. These are my receipts. I'm saying these are messages, text messages, or whatever it is, app that you're using. I'm saying these are, and a lot of people do that, and they'll even selectively show to put them in the very best light. That's even a practice. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's still a practice, right? But again, like Zali says, what you don't do is then go to a call of action or call to arms to go out and do life ruination, which is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you go through a horrific event, right? You get on there and you tell your experience of going through this horrific event. The internet, for all of its problems, for all of the cancer that does exist on the internet, one thing that I've seen over and over again, when a person goes through a horrific event and they share and they're honest, right, and they bare their heart, as it were. I've seen the internet rally around people, and a lot of times they don't even have to start a GoFundMe. Someone will do it for them and champion it. And I've seen thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars be raised for people and just given to them. Say, here, you had a really crappy thing happen to you. And this is our way of saying, we're sorry. And here, take care of yourself for a while. Right? I've seen it happen. It has happened numerous times. And you know what those people never did? They never did life ruination. They didn't do a call of arms. They didn't sit there and say, hey, this person, and here's where his mama lives and worked, and here's where his brother lives and works. And maybe, go after them too, because they had to have known. No, they didn't have to know anything. They didn't have to know anything. They might have, possible, but they didn't have to.
You need to go to law enforcement multiple times. Now you need to consult with lawyers. Like, we can't just listen to survivors when they're screaming for help. We
can 100% listen to them. That's the one thing that they seem to, they cannot get past this hurling block is they have this mindset of, if somebody comes forth and tells a harrowing story of these horrible things happened to me, that you automatically have to believe it 100%. You can't question, you can't allow logic, you can't, have deducive reasoning, and you then have to take up the pitchforks and the torches and go find this and destroy them like they're Frankenstein's monster. There's no in between. It's, you hear the thing, we have to go to action, and now we have to go destroy this person. That's their thought process, period.
And that's why I've been taking all these creative, experimental approaches to try to bolster their voice. So that not only can they...
If their story is so harrowing and so horrific, Max, you don't have to take creative methods to bolster it. Their story should be enough on its own. Their story should stand on its own two legs. It doesn't need you to sit there and hype it up with a bunch of smoke and mirrors and Hollywood trickery.
Well, that's where he's an idiot comes in.
Yeah. If you want to be a filmmaker, go make films. If you want to tell stories, documentary type stories, and give people voices, then you let it stand on its own merits. You don't spin golly.
They be heard, but they can be...
That's the sad part about all this. He's very talented to where he can do like the horror short movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Joker, it's me again. Hi.
Joker? What?
Yeah, Joker hates me. Nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
Seen, and they can be addressed. I'm sorry to Charlie. I really am sorry. I did not mean to make you upset.
So that's twice he's apologized to Charlie.
He kisses Charlie's ass in here. It's funny.
He does. But he doesn't apologize for dragging Mutahar in there and using Mutahar's reputation to try to add credibility and validity to his, quote, evidence.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that he doesn't apologize to Mutahar. He never apologizes to Tommy C. He never apologizes to Magnetar.
He's not going to apologize to Magnetar.
No, because he's still, and even in the last stream that he did, he still says Magnetar is a predator.
Yeah.
With basically zero evidence other than a screenshot of a girl from making a statement in an Instagram DM. That's it. That's all that's it. That's all it takes. If that's all it takes, then guess what? That according to those girls that came out against you, Max, you're a predator. So does that mean we get to expose you and your mom and any family members that you have? Do we get to do life ruination against you and your family members? Because that's the rules of engagement you established. And we have to listen to the survivors, right? We have to hear the survivors.
Yeah.
That's what you said. So we're hearing the survivors of you, MamaMax. Does that mean we get to engage in the same rules of war engagement that you did? So we get to do life ruination on you now? Dude, you set this chess board up. You set the rules for the game of engagement, and then you want to run from it. And I don't know if it was you that took down Magnetar's original video because it, quote, had personal information in it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, is it personal information if it's concerning you? But it's not when you're going after people like this Gerard, whatever his name is, Davis dude.
Because it's rules for thee and not for me.
Exactly. Because you don't like the same rule of thumb being applied to you as you apply to everybody else. That's called being hypocritical, Max.
We just need help. So, instead of addressing...
Rod Ellis, Colton just posted on Twitter that he reported the GoFundMe.
I don't agree with it. I disavow.
Colton.
I do not agree with reporting that GoFundMe.
What is Colton's? I know I follow him, but I don't know what his ad is.
I don't follow him. I don't think I follow that account. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Colton, here we are. This is the reason why I disavow that.
We don't know if they're lying or not because we haven't seen the proof.
Yeah.
And I disavow it. I do not agree with that at all.
I don't. Yeah, I'm with you on this, Colton. I don't think that was your place, man. But here's the thing. This is the problem, Max. You set the rules of engagement. I don't agree with what Colton did there, personally. But I didn't agree with what you were doing either.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with what Spencer was doing. But you established the rules of engagement. And now these rules of engagement are being used back against you and the survivors. So, guess what? I'm not crying over here because of you. I'm not crying over there because of them. How about that? I'm just like, you've made your bread, and now you got to sleep in it, bud. There you go.
All the random rumors that people make up and responding to criticism.
Random rumors. What about some of the stuff that you put up, like labeling people predator supporters just because they questioned?
And talking about the wrongdoings of other influencers, I'm just going to take accountability for my actions. And
I wished you would, because you've yet to do it.
Correct them, starting now. Let's just start fresh. First, we need to keep finding the remaining survivors. We know they are out there, and we need help finding them. If you don't want to help, you don't have to. But if you do, please reach out to me. We will invite you to our server, where all of the survivors and all of the evidence is growing. Next, we have to wait for law enforcement and multiple law teams who specialize in cold cases. Take this to them, as we've already done, and address it through the proper channels.
And here's the thing, too, right? And may not want to hear this, but depending on the age of the crimes as far as how long ago that they allegedly happened, there may not be anything that can be done because the statute of limitations could have expired. Every state has its own guidelines as far as how long a person can be prosecuted for a crime, right? Even things like, sexual assault, rape, whatever you want to call it, has a statute of limitations. Now, I don't know what it is for Georgia. I guess we could look it up, but depending how, if in the one case said they've been waiting like 7 years. Well, how many years before that did it happen? You see what I'm saying? So if it's like 10 years, potentially there's nothing they can do because statute of limitations. And again, they keep talking about there's all these survivors, all these. I can't in my mind, this day and age, I just can't believe that there's no footprint on social media anywhere about this stuff. That's the thing that's so mind-boggling and blowing to me, Zali.
Yeah.
I mean, we're okay. You and I, we're Gen X. We didn't really grow up with the internet. It wasn't a thing, right? This didn't come in till we were probably in our late 20s, early 30s, right? The internet really became a thing, right?
Yeah, it was after I graduated in 94, so yeah, it was, I was in my 20s.
See, I graduated in 87, right?
Yeah.
So you were like 7 years after me.
Yeah.
So, I can remember the very rudimentary, I got married in 2006. And I can remember having internet dial-up, but it was very rudimentary. There was no graphics or anything like it. It was strictly like text on screen.
Yep.
Right. There was no GUI per se. There was no HTML wasn't really a thing yet. And then in, let's see, 90, probably about 97, 98, I was living in Shreveport and broadband became a thing. And I was able to get broadband internet. And that's when I was able to start playing games online and that kind of stuff. So, but even then you had, like MySpace, and you had things like that even back then, right? But my point is there's all kinds of social media like Facebook, MySpace. Nowadays there's these things. I can't believe that there's not some sort of like social media presence, that there's, especially with their allegations of there being hundreds and hundreds of victims in this quote cult. That's what's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah,
when that is complete, or if that
I just
goes unresolved, then we will drop the full documentary, or at least part 1 of the documentary. Or I guess at this point it would be like part 2 or 3, but we will show you everything. I hope you can all understand my position. We are living in a world where survivors scream for help and no one wants to listen.
Again, it's just this absolutism that he deals in. Because somebody says something, automatically that's a call to arms. Automatically we have to go out here with our pitchforks and destroy this person that they've alleged did these horrible things.
Yeah.
That's the world he lives in, unless it's directed towards him. And then it's like, no. You can't believe this. These are all lies. But he's so willing to, on blind faith, believe and listen to these women around him right now. I just...
There are children living in literal hell, and we can't hear them.
that was the night where he had induced my last miscarriage. Like, he had convinced me to have someone bring me to his house. He beat me and then raped me.
But, you know, the transformation process is really dangerous on your body, especially because you're young. So from there, she had me, like, put stuff in my body and told me to pretend it was, like, its penis. I was 14.
During the midst of it, I tried to
I don't want to hear all this. And then he does this thing where he reads this statement at the end. And of course, the text is on whatever he goes on. But this at the end was, this thing here at the very, very end of it was what was so weird to me. So, who is this person?
Probably his girlfriend.
Okay, so he does have a girlfriend.
Yes, he does have a girlfriend, and no, it's not Spencer.
Okay, because I saw some people stating that they thought that was Spencer that came and hugged him at the end.
No, that's not. I don't think that's Spencer at all. I think that's his girlfriend.
Yeah, maybe so. But you see here,
or maybe even his sister. That could be his sister too.
Could be his sister. Yeah. That was possibly so. Yeah, the end of this hug. I don't understand that.
Sympathy.
Sure, I get it, but man, just I noticed that he changed his thumbnail to his YouTube channel again.
Yep.
So.
Oh, and he wore my sweater. Did you notice he wore my sweater? I feel particularly happy about that. That is my favorite sweater.
So is that gonna be the official MamaMax apology sweater from now on? Is that?
Look, I put it on Twitter that he should have pulled out the damn ukulele, and somebody said, "Well, at least he wore the sweater." I was like, "True."
Yeah. And of course, he has the link here to the GoFundMe, which we showed has now been taken down. And if we are going to take Colton at his word, that him reporting it is what got it taken down. I don't know if that's factual or not.
My guess, Colton is memeing. I only want to guess Colton is memeing because he says on there, you're about to find out who the Leviathans are. That makes me feel like Colton's memeing.
Possibly. I
hope.
Yeah.
Because I don't listen. The one thing I don't want to happen is I don't want a bunch of anti-MamaMax people spouting up.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The antis tend to be just as pain in the ass as the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or the person that everybody's hating on.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll say this again. If Colton did it, okay, if we're taking him for his word here, if he did this, I don't agree with it, because again, people want to give to him. That's their discretion to do so. But again, like I said, Max set forth the table of engagement.
I do agree with that.
And so, you want to deal in life ruination, buddy. That's a two-way street, and this sword cuts both ways. And so, like I said, I don't agree with it, but it is, so. Nicholas and Mudahar had to delay another day. Supposedly today will be the day that the videos come out. Now, Nick says it was because Mudahar asked for an extra day.
Yeah.
I will say this, and I was kind of memeing and kind of giving Nicholas a little bit of crap about, promising videos in the past and not ever delivering them. This is one video I do believe he is going to release. I 100% believe that. I would just kind of bust.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
From what I have seen so far.
Yeah.
Of it.
Yeah.
It is going to be a banger.
Well, he said it was like an hour in like 15 minutes. I think he said if he didn't touch it. But then again, I saw some stuff. I was like late last, because I looked at Twitter this morning, and he said he had to go in and add something else. I would assume it was probably in response to maybe the video that Max put out last night and or the GoFundMe thing. is what I suspect. But what I was going to say was, I would rather Nick take an extra day or two to get everything, like it needs to be, rather than to put it out and then have to make subs. And here's the deal, right? So Nick will release his, and Mutahara's going to release his. I don't know what the timetable is on that as far as who's going to release which one first, that type of thing. Because I know that will probably be one will release and then the other one will release after. Basically, like if Mutahara's is 30 minutes or whatever, maybe his goes first and then Nick will release his 30 minutes later, or vice versa, whatever, so they're not at the same time, overlapping in time, to give people time to go, to see them both, that type of thing is what I'm trying to say. And I probably didn't say it very well, but then Max, if he's stupid, which we've kind of already established that he is, will probably try to make some sort of rebuttal or response to this stuff, because I don't think his ego will let him not.
Listen, I already got some words from Max. Max, I don't appreciate you doing that shit last night. I was going to take the day off today. I was going to make a video. That way I can have something in between talking about you. But no, you had to do a damn premiere last night.
Yeah.
Because I really like Nick. I'm not going to cover Nick's video tonight. I'm doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Let's see if he says anything.
It's coming out at 4.
Yeah, that's what Squatchin was saying. I was seeing if there was anything.
Yeah, Muda's wife, she's dropping one. She told me hers is Doe's dropping one. It's her and Muda.
Okay.
And Muda's dropping one. Doe's is probably going to be good too, because Doe also has insider knowledge. She knows these people. Ooh. She's hung out with them.
Okay.
So
is it here? Maybe he put out here.
And Stan, remember when January was the slow month?
Yeah. So Nick on his alt account says 4 p.m. tomorrow, which is today. So he'll be dropping his at 4. I don't know. Does Mutahara? Let's see if Mutahara's. It's just ordinary gamers. Let's see if he has anything out here. Okay, it doesn't look like he's put anything out as far as when his will be released. So we know in and around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Nick's will drop, and Mutahara's will either be probably before that or after it. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so it is 8:30. I have already went an hour over. I had some palate cleansers lined up to kind of help us cleanse our palates a little bit, because this is kind of some nasty ass stuff. Let's just do one real quick one. And so we go out here on some happy stuff. What we got here? We got a bird with a job. Let's see what the bird has to do here.
Right. Apertura automática.
Oh, he cuts the thing off for him. That's pretty cool. You got a little parakeet there, just cuts off the sugar packet for him, so he puts it into out of his coffee or whatever he is having there. That's pretty cool. All right, that's pretty palate cleansing. We got another one in us real quick. Let's see what we got here. 27 seconds. We can get this one in. This one here I watched already. This dad has got it on, like A++. This dad is a cool dad.
All right, let it rip, dude.
Watch this. So he's built this snow
you can't
track
go from too high up, otherwise you get too much speed.
Look at this. There we go. He's built this little snow track for the dude. He just sits in there. Look, he just slides. It's so cool.
This
it picks up a little speed.
This corner here, this was the rough one that we needed to build up more.
Look at that.
But yeah, we're done.
That guy. Listen,
that's a good dad. That's
a
a good dad.
That is an awesome dad. And what do we got here? 22
I
seconds.
love seeing good dads like that.
Yeah. That engage with their kids. That's
yeah. I love this baby. This is my baby. I love this baby.
This baby. I've never watched it. I've seen it on my timeline, but I've never actually watched this.
I love this baby.
Samaj.
Ma'am.
What are you doing?
Wash the dishes. I just taking a picture of me.
I'm not taking a picture of you, but you making a mess. You got water everywhere.
You got shoes on, though?
I got shoes on, though. What that mean?
So, go there and clean up.
Baby.
Listen,
but did you notice? But did you notice how respectful he was? As soon
Yes.
as he said his name, he was like, "Ma'am."
Ma'am, exactly. Listen, that baby's trying to help his mama do the dishes, clean up, trying to be, he being raised right.
He is being raised
Now,
right.
he a little feller, and he making a little bit of a mess. That's just part of it, But
The way he said "ma'am," it just melted my heart. He was like, "Ma'am."
Yeah, but you got shoes on, though. What's the problem? You got shoes on. It's not like your sock feet get wet. Come on.
I love that little kid. That little kid's so cute.
He's like, well, clean it up. I mean, I'm doing my part. You do yours, Mama. Come on. Right? Oh, golly. Anyway, so we ended some laughs and some chuckles, and that's good. Listen, Max, please, just no more. I don't want to make any more videos. I don't want to talk about you no more. But dude, you owe more than just Charlie an apology. In my opinion, you owe more than just Charlie an apology. I would encourage you to quit doing this life ruination. Quit living by that rule, dude, because it's like this when you, what is it that's saying? If you go around poking people in the eyes, you wind up blind yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. Right. So I don't know. I just stop. Is something I can tell you. Maybe look at changing how you do your channel. If you still want to give survivors a voice, which I think is cool, give them a voice, but maybe do it on ones that have already been prosecuted. Give those people a voice. Maybe do GoFundMe's for those voices, to where people can love on them, and help them with, just day-to-day existence, be it, therapy or paying bills or whatever. I think that would be great. I think that would be awesome. And you're already covering one that's been, through the criminal justice system and been prosecuted and hopefully found guilty. And you can, and quit trying to be Batman, because you're not. Batman's a fictional character. He was created to entertain readers in comic books, and later on the silver screen. But he's not. Vigilantes aren't real. They don't. It doesn't work that way, my dude. And on that note, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Zali, since you're not gonna get to take a day off, is there anything that you want to?
Yeah, I'm going live at okay, hold on, I gotta go grocery store when I get out of here. I'm going live around, I think I'm gonna set it for 1 p.m.
1 p.m. this afternoon.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard, right?
Eastern Standard. That's the only time zone. What do you mean?
I know. When I first started doing this, I was doing everything in Central, and they was like, no, you have to do it Eastern Standard. Why do I live in Central?
It doesn't. Well, that's because you live in a pretend time zone. The real time zone is
yeah, okay, whatever, fine. So I'll start doing everything in the Eastern time zone, and then then when you get people on your, like you do a podcast, and you got people that live in 3 different time zones and one in a different geographical location, which is a whole nother time zone.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, so you know
when we started out, I had me Eastern, Mystic Pacific,
Yep.
and Eva in Australia.
Australia. Yeah. Well, I had. Let's see. Let me get this right. Okay, so I'm in Central. Max was in Eastern. Gigi is in Eastern. Pizzle was in Pacific, and the little goblin Seth. I'm not for sure what time zone she was in, but it was like a whole nother world. I think she was like 6 hours ahead of us or something like that. But anyway, yeah, she's in Denmark, but I don't know what time zone that is, Squatching. Okay, Asmo says it's GMT +1. Okay, I don't know about all the GMT things either, Asmo. All right, I know I'm -6, I think, where I'm at. That's about all I know. So anyway, anyway, I know Nerdy John had a pretty popping little stream last night. I think it's still up.
I was popping yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had that many people watching at one point. I was like, whoa.
Girl, yeah, you had like 500 people watching you or something. I was like, I was listening to while I was working, and every once in a while you would say something. I'd say something in chat because, yeah, you know, I'm agreeing with you, whatever. And I looked over and you had like it was like 500 or something. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I got off because I took the counter off my my screen a long time ago. So I don't keep track of that anymore.
Yeah, I at one point in time, I had a little thing on my would show how many were watching me. And I was like, you know, how am I going to sit there and say, you know, pay attention to the numbers and then you got a darn counter there on your screen? Like, you idiot.
Yeah, I got rid of it because it distracted me. I'm going to be honest, it distracted me.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I know Nerdy John had a stream last night. I haven't got to listen to it yet, but I heard different people on the Twitter timelines talk about how good it was.
Oh, nice.
So I've gotta go check. I gotta go check that out for Nerdy there. If
everybody and their mama went live last night, as soon as Mama started that premiere, I was like, what the hell? The apocalypse is happening. What is going on?
I didn't go. I was in bed. I was out.
I was like, I'll do that shit tomorrow. I'll just sit in this voice chat and watch it. Shit.
Yeah. Is your stream for yesterday, is it still live or did you make it members?
No, I only do if I play copyrighted music in the beginning, that's the one that goes member.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't there for the beginning, so I don't know if you played copyrighted music or
not. Yeah, no, it's a heavy subject like that isn't members.
Okay.
I have a whole series. If you notice, all my thumbnails are coordinated. It's still the spiral, just different colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, if you're a member, go check that out. They were good streams yesterday. Xylee was hitting on all 12 cylinders. So
yeah, I got kind of heated in a couple of parts.
Yeah, but rightfully so, I think. Rightfully so. So anyway,
I'm gonna be honest, I can't wait for this to be done with though, because I'm already starting to get a little bit of burnout, but I know better.
Yep. There will be, we released a video yesterday for members only on Clear as Mud. That video will be going live this afternoon. I've got to go in there and schedule it, but I'm probably going to make it public around, oh wait, hang on, Nick's going live at 4. Probably about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'll make it go live over on Clear as Mud. Hang on, is Tommy streaming today?
Okay, from what I hear from the grapevine.
Yeah.
All right, now the grapevine being the grapevine. Yes. Tommy's doing a later stream today, and I guess it's going to be like a mega stream.
Yeah, I remember because I was watching his stream yesterday. I watched it last night while I was laying in bed, and that's right. He did say he was going later because they're recording the Law Cow live today.
Yeah,
and then he's going to go live later tonight. I think he said about 6 or so Eastern Standard. I think that's what he said, somewhere in there. So I will put out that. As soon as I get off the stream, I'm going to set that cam recording to go live about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So that'll give you guys, hang on, but you're going live at 1. Jeez, there's just so much stuff going on right now. All right, listen, the cam will go live sometime today. I don't know when. Just make sure you have got the notifications on over there. That's all I can tell you.
Are y'all talking about MamaMax?
No, the thing we do on the recorded is we focus on going and looking back at old stuff. It's more of a look back.
Oh, yeah,
retro.
it's a recorded. That's right.
Yeah, it's recorded stuff. So we do retro. We go back and look. We did a whole series on the grade A under 8, and that one was it's got its own little playlist. It was so good.
Look, you just got to know if it's, especially being who your audience is.
Yeah.
It'll get watched, but it's not going to do. It's like with broadcast. We did that one about the girl who got aged up by her family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we knew we weren't going to get any views on that.
Most of our recording views, I think, came from mid 150-ish to up to 200 something.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. It's like I said, the grade A under A's though were a little bit exception. Those were so those are a little bit different. Yes, I know we're live on Thursday. I'm talking about the recorded stuff, Gigi. You need to have some more coffee or something.
Gigi, hush up. She can come in here and talk shit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to talk about MamaMax on Thursday?
I don't know what we're going to talk about Thursday. I don't know I have it split up to where everybody has I have a calendar and everything, right? And we rotate who's responsible for bringing the topic for those days. And I without looking at the calendar or off the top of my head, I don't know who's responsible for Thursday night. But we may possibly wind up talking about MamaMax because Nicholas and Mudahara's videos and stuff will have dropped, and who knows what else will have transpired. So it's possible. It is possible.
Listen, it's MamaMax week. You have to participate.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know. Let me look real quick. Let's see here. Who is on deck for Thursday? Let me just look at the calendar real quick. Calendar.
Y'all got so many damn people on that podcast. Y'all literally say who's on deck. Oh my God.
Gigi is responsible for the topic Thursday night. So, well, no, what it is I created a calendar to so that way everybody has an opportunity to bring topic stuff that they want. And here's what's more important. I can set it for what time, and I have it set for like what time we're doing things, and then it transposes it in everybody's time zone for them. Right, so they know. So I don't have to keep up with everybody's time zone and say, hey, we're doing this at this time or this time. No, I put a calendar. I got everybody's in there on that calendar, and then boom. And it just cycles or rotates around who's responsible for stuff. So everybody gets to do a retro recording topic. They get to do a Sunday. They get to do a Thursday. So it's working out real well. So. Anyway.
Well, I have a video about how Beavers doesn't like cats, and it looks like I'm going to be uploading that sometime today.
Doesn't like kitty cats? Why does Beaver not? I don't like cats, but it's because I'm
I had him up on panel, and he hates cats, and I don't have a video to put up in between the MamaMax stuff, so I guess we're going to talk. It was going to go on my second channel, but now it's going to go on my main channel because I need something to put up.
There you go. I tell you, I don't like cats because I'm allergic to them. I mean,
if you're allergic to them, it makes sense.
So
yeah.
The only thing else I'm gonna plug real quick, I'm gonna get out of here, is if you haven't and you want to see some shenanigans, check out my gaming channel. Let me see if I pull it up here real quick.
Oh, broadcast is going live at 6 today too, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
So let me put up my gaming channel here real quick.
I forgot. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah. So I've got a little gaming channel where I play games. I've been playing Fortnite and Phasmophobia, and I played Five Nights at Fridays. I've been doing some little shorts with my gameplay over on Fortnite. Look at this. 2,000 views and stuff.
Nice.
I'm pretty happy about it. I had some people calling me out though, because I was using this template for it, and it had season 4, but we're actually in season 5, I guess. Like, I pay attention to that. I just go in there and play and have fun. I don't pay attention to the seasons. But evidently, the really, Fortnite serious people and what have you, they came at me and they're like, that's season 4, sir. They were respectful about it, right? Yeah. They're like, respectfully, sir, it's season 5. Thank you. I didn't know. It was just a template. I'll change it or whatever, right?
We have Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, that's it. That's pretty much it. So.
We have an update on Nick as of 5 minutes ago, recording a segment in response to Max's response now. Likely will be uploading in the next 3 hours.
Holy smokes.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, release as confirmed with Muda.
Was this on his main or his private?
Bunty. Yeah, on the private.
Okay. It's really funny how he's recording a segment. I guess I can show this. It's his private one. I guess.
Yeah, but it's his public private one.
Okay.
With 2,000 of his closest friends.
Yeah, recording a segment in response to Max's response now. Likely will be uploading in the next 3 hours. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, released as confirmed with Muda. Okay, so there it is. Boom, it's official. There you go. There was only one other thing I wanted to kind of, I guess. Anyway, I'll just do it this way. My channel.
Your shorts do better than mine. I can tell you that much.
I've moved my merch over to Teespring.
Ah, okay.
Because you can integrate it into YouTube itself. The one I was using wouldn't.
Right.
And so for a very limited time, guys, you can still do the explanation merch in chat. It will just give you the link to the store now. Or you can just go to my YouTube channel, go on store, right? And here's the merch. All the stuff is over there. I brought back the oatmeal for brains for a limited time. Okay. And not only that, where is it? It didn't, okay, it's not it didn't bring it all up. Let's do it this way. And for a very limited time, I like this. They got these little water bottles. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
For a very limited time, I brought back a different version of the baby peepaw mug, right? Anyway, I don't know why it's showing it in Canadian money, but anyway, whatever. It's in it's a tin cup. And so
they have a tin cup now? I didn't know that.
I got to fix this. I don't know why it's doing this. That's not supposed to be on there. I don't know why that's on there. I got to get that off of there. I got to fix that before we want orders one. But yeah, you can do it in different colors, right? You can do it in different colors. And
I didn't know they sold a tin cup. Well, I haven't been to my store in a long time.
Yeah, but they got these little tin cups. So if you want, don't do it yet. I got to fix it, guys, or it's going to be screwed up. Because I don't know. There's a little bit of a learning curve on this Teespring. I got to fix the cup, but it shouldn't have this here on there or whatever like that. I got to get rid of that. But anyway, for a limited time, I'll have to go there and fix that. But you can use code PEEPAW and you get a 10% off on your order, I think, which will basically cover the shipping and handling of it. I think so. If I'm correct, but anyway, like I said, I brought back the oatmeal for brains for a limited time as well. So if you didn't get a chance to get that, you can do that. And of course, we've got my latest merch drop, which is the Peepaw's Utter Butter. So you can, soothe those teats of the log cows you guys have been milking. So that you can keep on milking them. And I see you've got a coffee mug here as well for, anyway, I just moved it over. Like I say, to have it more integrated with the channel itself.
Yeah.
I still got to figure out how it's not showing up all the designs.
You have to go in and fix that in your back end.
Yeah,
you have to cut certain ones off.
Yeah.
And it takes a while before you can do that.
Yeah, it's 72 hours, it says. I have to wait like 72 hours for it to do everything. But anyway, but remember, all proceeds, even from this, will go into the fund. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got.
Pumpkin, stop it.
So make sure you check out Zada today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nicholas will be dropping at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mudahar sometime in and around then. Tommy C will be going live at around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think, this evening, if he's able to stay awake and do everything he's got planned to do. Cam recording will drop today. I think that's everybody. I think I've got everything. If you guys have it, check out Squatching. She's been killing it over on Twitch. She just got affiliated with them, so she has memberships and stuff. You can, if you're a Prime member, throw her a Prime subscription. If you're not a Prime member, throw her a subscription if it's within your financial abilities. But she's been over killing it on Twitch. Go support Squatching. I think that's about it. So anyway, hang on here. I'm getting DMs here. Hang on a second. What's going on? Did I see this? What is this? Yeah, we saw that Yeah, I saw that maggot. Thank you. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm way over time. But this was a topic and subject that took a little bit more. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and thank you, Maggot, for putting that link in the chat. Appreciate you. You could have done that too, Squatching. You're modded. You could have done that, especially since I shouted you out. But anyway, you guys take care. Have a good day. Keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.
Bye.